Hello guys, welcome to my second video for my video series. And this time we'll be ranking the character that I ranked last time and I think a few more, if not the same amount of characters. And this will be on last time we did creative intelligence. This time we're gonna do logical intelligence. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it, and without further ado, let's get back into it. Um Plus, we got L. I mean, I reorganized them so the ones I know are at the top, and yeah, so I can sort of re-rank them creatively. I mean, in terms of logic this time. So yeah, logical intelligence really is just kind of, well, self-explanatory really, but logical intelligence being in you know cognitive, like, you know brain function, I guess, and like how how people can use their intelligence in like a smart way, you know. And I think when it comes to L from Death Note, really, I would rank him like, logically, he's a very smart character. He's an S tier character. I mean, L definitely has shown, because he's a detective, right? So obviously, at the age of like 8 in the manga, we see that he solves World War III. That's, well, stops World War III at the age of 8. And in the Death Note world, we see how like L being the best detective in the fucking world. Like at the age of 8, he already stopped World War III. Obviously, just that alone takes a lot of intelligence, a lot of like intellectual capabilities that nobody really has besides L, really. And L definitely shows that uh a lot in his kind of world, really. In his own little world. So obviously an S ranked character, not the best. I'd say there are definitely more logically smart characters, but L is definitely one of the best. And now we have Makima, every from Makima from Chainsaw Man. I'd honestly rather say like, I mean, I'd rather say Dexter smart than Makima. I mean, they're both evil characters. Already, intelligence is supposed to be a good trait. I would say immediately putting Dexter if we're using Dexter first. He's a psychopathic character. Yeah, he can be smart sometimes, but that doesn't mean he's like always, it doesn't mean he's good. So putting him at like D or C, I'd say probably C though, just because he does get away with murder and finds a way to cover it up pretty damn well in his series and whatever. But I mean, Makima would put D because logically Makima doesn't really make. I mean, she does make some good informed decisions when it comes to teamwork. Like she does, know how to kind of, I guess, use people very good for like hunting down devils and stuff. How she like got Denji to do certain stuff, I guess. I mean, it seems pretty straightforward with Makima, but Makima isn't. I guess I'd say a high D, not a low D or anything. Ryuin, we put him at low D because Ryuin is just all brawn, no brain. He got slammed by Anakoji. He tries to do a sneak attack on Ayanokoji. Holy, I can't speak today. And he like fails. His sneak attacks are like not even good. Like his fighting skills aren't even. I'd say they're above average, but yeah, no. Without the brain, he's just all brawn. He's nowhere near as smart as like. I'd say wouldn't be close to Maki. Maybe like pretty low D. Like Yumiko Jabami. I'd say she's quite lucky in her series. She's not even that logically smart. But I guess she's kind of smart if you think about it. I'd say like low B or high C, probably higher than Dexter. So yeah, I like how we have L just sitting all the way up here. Well, these players, I mean, these people are just down here. But yeah, Schneizel Britannia, very smart character, very very smart. Logically, he's not as smart as Lelouch. I wouldn't put him at high. I wouldn't put him at A. I put him at high B though. He's pretty smart. He did challenge Lelouch in the very end, and Yeah, he did get manipulated by the, but I won't spoil it. I will not spoil it. But yeah, he did, fight against Lelouch. That's all I'm gonna say. But then we have Inspector Lunge, Inspector Heinrich Lunge, Monster. We would put him, honestly, looking at it from uh looking at it from my perspective, he did try to kind of pin all the blame on like Tenma whenever he was trying to solve the case uh of who committed which murders. And he never knew that Johan existed until, I guess, it took a lot of convincing for him to realize Johan existed. So I mean, he's also a detective. L is also a detective, right? But Lunge is not even close to the level of L. I mean, Lunge, I guess L was kind of ahead of his time, but back in like the 1980s or like 1900s even, 1990s even, when the time set Monster was set in, he just didn't have really the resources L did, so he was kind of capped at this intelligence logically. But he is a detective, so we gotta give him that. Detectives are smart, very smart. So logically, we put him below. It's either like low B or high C, just because of what he has in terms of resources. I'd probably put him low B though, because it's quite impressive from what he did, I guess. Um, the front man from Squid Game will count this because they're fictional characters. They don't all have to be anime characters, Fictional characters also do work, even manga characters. Um, but what we're gonna see, I guess, frontman, he's pretty smart. Made the whole Squid Game thing, and it was unnoticed for whoever knows how many years, tens of years, decades. That's pretty impressive. Logically, he's not very smart because when you use logic, obviously we know that you know what he's doing is wrong because he's putting people against their will. Obviously, that's not the smartest thing ever. So we would probably put him like high C or low B. I mean low B is a bit generous. Even if what he did was impressive, that doesn't mean it's good. I mean, you gotta judge people for the good, not for the bad. Um, Sung Woo. I mean, okay, he may be evil, but what he did was very, very impressive. Therefore, we have to put him higher than the front man on low B. I mean, he outsmarted so many of the games in Squid Game, pretty much all of them, and he did use force and questionable ways to win, but I hey, it does work. I mean, whatever it takes to win, I guess. But still, I mean, I wouldn't say it's the greatest thing. Um, Takuya Yagami. Takuya Yagami. Pretty damn logically smart. I mean, he's a white room person, so obviously, logically, we put him above, not above, Schneisel. We put him below Schneisel. Yokio Nurihiko from Liar Game. Extremely logically smart character. Went toe to toe with Akiyama and, used people. I guess that's not morally right, but like, you know, pretty amazing character, huh? We would put him at high A, if not S. But S is only for the true goats. I guess we can move on to Akiyama real quick then. We'll just put Akiyama S. Logically, would you say he's more than L logically? I mean, these two from the same verse. That's why I want to put them together, or like rank them one after another. But we probably put Akiyama. Logically, Akiyama is smart. He does use logic to his advantage. But from what I've seen from Akiyama, I haven't seen as much as I've seen from L, really. But I would I would still say I think just about Akiyama takes it, but I could be wrong. I would say it's very, very close, but Akiyama is probably in my opinion, a little bit more logically smart. Now Yuichi, okay, I can't even speak today. Now we have Yuichi Isagi from Blue Lock. Obviously, from a sport anime, it's usually gonna be, brawn over brain. Uh, but logically, he does make a lot of good tactics in football, even if it's just gonna be like using his, stamina, like obviously like his physical abilities, like it still really does work. In the context of using logic to win in a football, even in a football game, logic can be used in anything. So just saying that, he's immediately a high B tier character. Probably, if I wouldn't say better than Schneisel, and I probably wouldn't say better than Takuya, and I probably wouldn't say. I'd probably say low B. I wouldn't put him above Sangwoo. Sangwoo is too good. And then we have Beyond Birthday from Death Note, or the prequel, or like Death Note, no, the prequel to Death Note. Uh, him making a case L could never solve, truly seeing beyond the birthday with the Shinigami eyes. You know, making a case, a murder case that even the world's greatest detective never fully solved. By the way, I mean that in itself is easily a tier, easily. And obviously, beyond birthday, we don't even see much of him. We don't even get to see what he looks like because it's just a light novel that we get to see. We don't get to see um him in an anime or anything, or even a manga or anything. Just a novel. So that in itself, just words alone, can say that this man is easily A tier. Yuichi Katagiri in logical intelligence, super high A tier, probably above Beyond Birthday, because he's the main character, of course. Main characters in my opinion are like, I would say the best in my opinion, but there are other side characters who are just as good, but I think the main character shows a lot. So yeah, Dazai from, well, I actually know where the anime is from, but I do know a lot about Dazai. I know he's quite cunning, a little evil, edgy, and like logically smart. I'd say he's more of a funny character rather than like a logically smart character. But he does make a lot of good informed decisions in his verse. Don't know much about what his verse is from. I just know that he's a very complex character. Uh, but from what I know, going off of that, I'll put him just above Heinrich Klunge. And then we have Hotaru Oroki, the lazy genius. This guy, extremely smart. Another detective, quote unquote detective, because I wouldn't say he's a real detective. He's just a high school student. But hey, age is a number, and in this context, age is a number. Um, but yeah, putting Hotaru Oroki at easily high A above Yokio, I would probably put him. I wouldn't put him that high. I'd probably put him below Yuichi Katagiri. Above Beyond Birthday is a bit generous, actually. Yeah, I put him. He is good. Don't get me wrong, but Beyond Birthday and everyone else on A tier is there for a really good reason. So yeah, Detective Conan now. Moving on to Detective Conan. He's known to be like extremely smart, like a really really high IQ. So that obviously logic, logical intelligence. We would put him honestly above all of these, all these people below here. I wouldn't say S because I'd say we give him top of A because S is just for people that have a unique capability to them. He's just logically good at solving cases. And he's just a kid. So you never know. I guess if he does grow up, if let's say as like, more of the continuation of the series where he grows up and then I'd say I give him like S tier, but since he's just a kid, we don't know much of his potential. As you can see from the photo. But yeah, now we have Dr. Zeno. Crazy evil genius scientist rivals Senku. I guess we have to put him and Senku, like, we'll have to rank them together, or like one after another. Using this, using Senku as like a baseline, the man who made a concoction to save humanity. I mean, that must take a lot of logical intelligence. The man of science. Science is logic. So yeah, I mean, he knows physics, chemistry. Yeah, he knows all. He knows it all. I mean, I'd say put him in at like SIS above L probably. L is only really smart when it comes to detective, work, deductive skills, analyzing. I'd say I put him above. Honestly, I put him above Akiyama. Honestly, yeah, Senku is the goat. But Doctor Zeno, because he's evil, I wouldn't even give him. I'd probably put him above Schneizel. Uh, he's just too evil for his own good. But obviously, he did do as much as Senku, if not more, but more in an evil way. So I wouldn't say so. Johann Liebert, Insta S tier. Logically, this man, he may be a nihilist, nihilism, seeing that life has no meaning. But I mean, I wouldn't say he's evil. I mean, actually, I would say he's quite evil. So we will put him at the top of S. We will put him below Akio Shinichi. And we'll probably put L above Johan. So you know, he really is bottom of S. But yeah, now we do a friend from 20th Century Fox. Or 20th Century Boys. I don't even know. Putting friend at like, I'd say a good well, because he's really smart logically. I mean, he literally like has the world in his hands. I mean that in itself, I wouldn't say he's above Hell though. He's more like a creature rather than a character. I'd say he is still a character, of course, but like he's too much of like a figure. He's not really like a human. I'd say that that is obviously like too much because like I wouldn't put him above L. But yeah, above Yo though. Then we have Aina Koji Kitaka. I mean, he insta S tier. I mean, come on, what are we even doing here? I wouldn't say he's better than L though. He's just above Friend and above Johan. Uh, yeah. Now we have Tokuchi Tua. Pretty logically smart character. Sports anime. Bronze of a brain. But this guy has bronze and brain. So putting him at high A, next to Detective Conan, better than Yokiya, obviously. But obviously detectives, they use their brain, Come on. But yeah, now moving on to Baku Madarame, one of my favorite characters ever. The lie eater, eats people's lies. Like, come on, that's amazing. That's so fucking cool. Putting him above Ainakochi, easily. Not above Elder, because he's a logically good smart character. Honestly, might put him higher than Akiyama and L, but obviously a detective and a liar king, the lie eater versus the liar king. I would say that liar king would win, but I guess if someone could eat people's lies, he's above them. But yeah, no, okay. But yeah, we'll put him like lower there because I'd say these two in their own right are very very smart. And they don't need some sort of supernatural power to make them smart. Now we have Moriarty. Moriarty, I mean, ruled over all of Egypt. I mean, come on. Ruled over his kingdom. I would say, logically, not as smart as Aina Koji, not as smart as Friend. I'd probably put him smarter than Friend. But, yeah. Light Yagami, logically quite smart. But I would have to say, honestly, put him down here. Light has really fallen off, I can't lie. He's probably a lot below Tokushi Tua. But hey, got a new world. There's so many S tiers here. But yeah, last but not least, we have my goats, the Luffy Britannia, up in S tier here. Uh, of course, don't even need to question it. Luffy's logical intelligence is out of this world. I mean, I would probably put him above L, not above Akiyama. Akiyama, very, very logically smart character. I'd say okay. The monster piece of the White Room is very logically smart, better than a Light Eater. Moriarty, Johan. I mean, Johan is probably my friend at this point. And Moriarty, I think I gave him a bit too much credit here. Ruling over Egypt is cool, but is it logically smart? No. But yeah, no. Johan logically did do a lot of logically smart things, even if he may be evil. I wouldn't say completely evil. I mean, he did do a lot of it for others, which in itself is honorable, despite how bad it could be. Yeah, that's probably my rankings for logically smart characters. You see how the Lelouch, Akiyama, L, Ainakoji are always still in S tier. Senku, Senku is the goat. I mean, Senku is just killing it. I mean, I would want to put people higher. Honestly, if we're going off of logically smart characters, Yoki and Urahirika, I would put above Light Yoki. That's crazy that Yoki, a side character from Liar Game, is better than Light. I mean that. I can't do that. I can't do that. I actually can't do that. I can't do that to myself. The rankings are actually kind of good here. This is actually a pretty good ranking. Yeah, yeah. I mean that's pretty good. Anything on the move? No, I think we're done here. Amongst all these other characters, which I won't go into because I don't know much enough about them, or even remotely close. But these are the characters I do, and this covers logically smart characters. I don't know about anybody else I would want to use. We do have Kanade, Otanakoji. We can rank her, I guess. We can rank a few more if we want, but Kanade is seen as a very, very like logically smart and emotionally smart. But when it comes to logic, just logic, I would say they're pretty smart. Next to Takuya, I think that's just about it. But yeah, thanks for watching my video, and I'll see you next one.